What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm your host, Spawn Mantis92, and today I'm going over another mini series. And this time I want to go over the Angela mini series. Very cool. Now, of course, they reprinted. I think they redid the title. Now, this is a trade paperback, by the way. Uh, as you see, it's called Spawn Angela's Hunt. It's 3 issues. You can tell that it's really, really thin. Very cool. I love this cover. And it looks like Alex Ross's work, but I could be wrong on that. But very cool picture of Angela. Okay, this originally came out in 1994. Uh, it's like I said, 3 issues, unlike Spawn Blood Feud, which I did, I believe, last week. That ran for 4 issues. This is 3 issues. Uh, I actually picked this up from eBay a couple of years back, not that long ago. I don't know, it might have been 2, maybe 3 years ago. I picked this up. I'm glad I did. Now, in my last miniseries review, okay, Spawn Blood Feud, I was saying how the trade paperback was expensive. Uh, this is not too bad. You can still probably find this. However, trying to find the paperback with this cover is extremely rare. I actually went back on eBay and Amazon. I cannot find another copy with this cover, but you can still buy the trade paperback, but the cover's different, but it's the same comic. Here's the back. Very cool. I love it. Uh, says U.S. $9.95. Canada, it's $15. So I was very lucky to pick this up. I did have the actual the individual issues, but when I when I bought this, I must have sold it. Looking back, I should have kept it. But don't worry, I think it does have the covers in this book. Uh, you know, again, like I said, this came out in '94. If you were to read this in chronological order, the story in this takes place between Spawn issue 28 and 29. So I'm going to open this up, see what's inside. So just give me a second. All right, guys, here it is without the plastic. Very cool. I want to take this off, but I'm afraid I might ruin it, so I may just leave the sticker on here. So, but get a better look. And here's the spine. It's very thin, very hard to see, but you can see where it says Spawn, Angela's Hunt. You got Neil Gaiman and Greg Capullo. I guess Greg did the artwork. And of course, her iconic Spawn earrings. By the way, and I didn't know this for a very long time, for like a couple of years later, she's got a cameo in the movie, but it's like very briefly. It's during that party scene. I never knew that. So, and I will do a review of the movie. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. So, all right, let's check it out. So here's the inside. Very cool. I'm gonna read this for you guys. It's an angel, a hunter of spawns, a great character. That's Angela. What you're holding in your hands is only the second Spawn-related trade paperback ever released, reprinting the Angela miniseries and the Angela special comic. Following are the main reasons both the miniseries and now the trade paperback exist. The date, March 1993. Spawn 9, written by Neil Gaiman and drawn by Todd McFarlane, featuring the first appearance of Angela, hits the stores. Immediately after the book is released, the letters start pouring and begging to see more of this fierce new Spawn stalker. Those letters, your letters, did not go unnoticed. Neil, also the award-winning writer of Sandman, was consequently asked if he would be interested in writing a follow-up miniseries to the Spawn issue he penned. Based on this new Image character, he was more than happy to oblige. At this point, mid-1994, Greg Capullo had just started working for us and was also eager to jump on this new character, so to speak. Todd was very impressed with his early pencil drawings of Angela, and he started working on the series soon thereafter. Mark Pennington was brought on board to ink issues 2 and 3. Tom Orzechowski added letters, and Todd Broker added his distinctive, vibrant coloring style. Sell-through on the first issue was tremendous. Even the harshest of critics seemed to enjoy Angela, and the fans themselves could not seem to keep their hands off the books either. Due to normal business strategy, retailers underordered issues 2 and 3, and both were absorbed off of the shelves in no time flat. Why reprint these issues? As mentioned above, when the introductory issue of the Angela miniseries first hit the shelves in December 1994, they didn't stay there all that long. Same for issues 2 and 3. In fact, due to much lower print runs, issues 2 and 3 continue to creep up in value as overall demand far outweighs supply. Now a fan who missed one of the 3 issues can pick up the entire series and read it cover to cover as intended. The Angela Special comic book then also comes to mind. We decided to give away a separate 16-page issue of an original Angela story that featured 2 entirely different covers as a thank you to comic book retailers. This comic is still the highest ranking promotional item ever released to retailers. This separate issue was distributed as a free promotional comic for every 25 issues of Spawn 32 a retailer ordered, making the print run very limited in the end. Demand for this book was enormous when initially released. Knowing that everyone who wanted one of these issues would not be able to get their hands on one, it was decided that it should also be reprinted here for everyone to see. For those of you who might have missed one of these issues along the way, I hope this compilation helps complete your collection. To those of you new to Angela, I hope you enjoy reading about her many adventures as we have. Read on and enjoy. Terry Fitzgerald, Phoenix, 1995. Very cool. And it's very small, but this is issue 1. Cover, you see a little box there. Well, there's Angela. And here she is fighting a monster. Very cool. A nice little close-up of Angela. And here's the other angels. And I think this is their headquarters, if I'm not mistaken, right there. So like she gets captured or something. And here is, yeah, I forgot. Spawn does have a cameo. Here's Spawn in Rat Alley or Rat City. And then you got issue 2 cover. Here's Spawn again. So yeah, like I said, these stories takes place after Spawn number 28 and before number 29. So he has already met Angela. Like I said, Angela's very first appearance was Spawn number 9. So, so at this point, he already knows Angela. They already fought. Uh, I don't think they fight in this one because I think they already kind of get along. Yeah. Okay. I remember. This was a mistake. I think I mentioned this in Spawn Blood Feud when I said that when Spawn went to heaven, his cosmic gets all like weird. I was wrong. It happens, I believe, in this one, the Angela miniseries. Because you can see Spawn in heaven. He's all like, wow. So I think this is the first time that he goes to heaven. So, yeah, here he is. All the angels are giving him a tour. You can see on the wall that's trophies, Spawn trophies. But I'm pretty sure this is where his suit goes wonky. I could be wrong. Here is Malbogia. Get a better look at him. Trying to see. Yeah. Yeah, he's getting like his suit's getting all crazy. You can see in the corner there, right there, he's getting spikes coming out of his mask. Oh yeah. Look at his suit now. Look at that. He got long fingers. He got spikes coming out of his face and his torso. Yeah. Because I believe this miniseries was a turning point of Spawn's transformation. I think this is where his suit changes. He gets more spikes. I think it all happens well, it happens in the Spawn issue, but this is where it starts right here. Yeah, Spawn and Angela are teaming up. Yeah, I can't remember, but Angela gets arrested or something, and Spawn gets there somehow. I think the other no, that's what it was. Angela's friends. I can't remember their names. There's three of them, I think. They came to because they know that Angela knows Spawn, so Angela gets captured, and you can see them teaming up, both Angela and Spawn. So her friends, they're like, okay, we gotta help Angela. So they go back to New York City, and they find Spawn, in the alleys. So they transport him to their place, heaven. And that's where this is happening. That's why his suit's all messed up. So he's helping Angela escape. So yeah, they do team up. Both Spawn and Angela are never enemies. They're only enemies when they first meet, way back in issue 9. So, and I believe this is issue 3. But it's a great read. Uh, I love this picture of Angela and Spawn without his mask. And you can see that Spawn still's got the shoelace tied to his face. Very cool. Yeah, I just love the artwork in this. It's very cool. But anyway, yeah, so this is where so now Spawn is back on Earth. This is where I believe Spawn issue 29 picks up. If you remember, he meets that boy. This boy, you'll see him again later on. So you see, he's back on Earth. His costume is all messed up. His cape is all messed up, and the boy like helps him out. And I believe that's the start of Spawn 29. So yeah, so this kind of fills in the gap. You know, it shows, what happened to Spawn. Why is Spawn looking different in issue 29? This miniseries shows you all that. It's a great filler. But anyway, and then Angela has a new look now. Her armor is like red instead of gold. Very cool. I think she's a very cool character. I like her headdress. Yeah, you see the other angels there. That's her friends. So, but yeah, there you have it. Spawn, Angela's Hunt. Uh, Lip it back in the bag. I'll be right back, guys. All right. So that was a quick look over the Angela miniseries. Uh, I never owned uh, Angela action figure of her. I would like to get one because I still want to buy some more Spawn action figures for my wall. I haven't gotten around to it yet, but I will. And I'll do more videos of the action figures. But yeah, Angela. I mean, like I said, she first appeared in issue 9, and she now has her own miniseries. Again, you can still find the paperback version, but the cover might be different. Uh, I'm not for sure which version is this I got in my hands, but I just love this cover. Very nice. Uh, you could probably find this. I mean, maybe 40 or $50. That might be steep for something that's only like 3 issues. But with the copyright and the legal issues, though, over the character, I don't know if this will ever get a reprint or not. Uh, I'm surprised they haven't reprint Blood Feud yet. But I don't know. Who knows? They might because somehow I don't know. I get this feeling they might. I don't know because the reason I say that because if you guys went back and watched my Spawn Compendium 1, how I was saying that, issues 9 and 10 weren't missing because of the copyright. So, they brought it back in the compendium. That's why I highly recommend it because those issues are there now. They're back. So now I'm wondering, are they going to reprint the Angela miniseries? I don't know. But I want to go over real quick before I get off here some of the legal issues because I got to look this up because I don't know all the details. So I'm going to read it to you. So Neil Gaiman was one of the authors that was contracted to write an issue of Spawn. While doing so, he introduced Angela Cagliostro. I think I'm not saying that right. I just call him Cog. He's that mysterious old man that helped Spawn out. I didn't know Neil created him. And of course, Medieval Spawn and Spawn number 9 with Tom McFarlane co-creating and designing them. According to a report by ICV2, a transfer of rights was supposed to happen on July 31st, 1997, where Gaiman's rights and the characters and work he did for the Spawn and Angela comics would be swapped with McFarlane's Miracle Man rights after the payment of money owed by to Gaiman. However, in October of 1997, McFarlane filed trademark applications for Miracle Man. In 2002, Gaiman would file a lawsuit with the jury asking whether Gaiman had a copyright interest over the 3 characters created for Spawn number 9, amongst other issues. The jury would hand the victory over to Gaiman. In 2010, Gaiman would allege that McFarlane's Dark Ages Spawn, Domina, I think I'm saying that right, and Tiffany are derivative of the characters that he owns. The judge would rule in favor of Gaiman, with the judge stating specifically in the case of Domina and Tiffany. Domina and Tiffany are mere variations of the Angela characters, members of the phalanx of Heaven's Angels, Warrior Angels, conceived by plaintiff and defendant. Like Angela and Domina and Tiffany fight hell spawns and other demons of hell. Like her, they wear provocative and scanty costumes and glamorous hairstyles. Their family resemblance is evident. They are not identical to Angela, but substantially similar. Certainly they are similar enough to be infringing if they have been produced and sold by someone other than the copyright owners. The totality of their attributes and traits, that is, their visual appearance, their costumes, their manner of speaking, their activities, and their common origin, Heaven's angelic phalanx, mark them as derivative of Angela, Domina, and Tiffany, capture the total concept and feel of Angela, and are recognizable immediately by Spawn fans as warrior angels destined to fight Hellspawn. In 2012, the legal issues would finally be settled, and according to Todd McFarlane, Gaiman would receive the rights of Angela. Gaiman would return to Marvel in 2013, bringing Angela with him. She made her Marvel Comics debut in Marvel's Age of Ultron miniseries. Furthermore, it was later confirmed that Marvel had bought the rights of Angela from Gaiman. So Neil no longer owns the right to Angela. It's all Marvel now. Pretty sad if you ask me. I miss her when she was Image, but that might be why these comics may be going up. Because, I mean, this is back when she was still Image, but since she's now Marvel, this makes this rare, I think. But I love this miniseries, and it does explain a lot of what happened between Spawn's 28 and 29. Read it if you haven't. I don't know if there's a digital version of this or not. Now, of course, you can buy the single issues. I think someone was selling for eBay for like under 20 bucks. It's not much. So go out and buy this if you haven't read this yet. I highly recommend it. It's a great read. It's only 3 issues. It's not going to take you long, but I recommend that you read some Spawn before diving into this, But I mean, if you want to, I guess you can start with issue 9, because that's her first appearance, like I said. So, maybe you can read from issue 9 to issue 28, stop, read this, and then read issue 29, and so forth. So, but that is it. That is the Angela miniseries, or Spawn Angela's Hunt, however you want to call it. I love this book. This is stuff that I'm going to hang on to, because I believe this is rare, because I have not found another copy with this cover. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, check out my other miniseries video of Spawn Blood Feud. Watch that if you haven't already. And more videos coming your way. Things may slow down, but I am going to do some more videos. So who knows? I know I said I could do 2 videos, but I don't know. It may be like 1 video per week. Because I do have a busy schedule. But anyway, thank you for watching. If you like what you saw today, please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take it easy.